a calm whisper of determination. Sometimes triumph is as unglamorous as refusing to let go when everyone else would. It may not be the giant leap or an earth-shaking display of talent. More often, progress arises from the quiet resolve to keep moving forward, step by step, until those steps lead somewhere remarkable. Inventor Thomas Edison famously observed that many people fail simply because they abandon their pursuit without realizing how near they were to success. Life's little triumphs aren't always clear or dramatic. It might be that gentle push, the soft nudge that keeps you on your feet for just one more attempt. Success often appears invisible in the moment, revealing itself gradually as each decision to carry on stacks upon the last. Redefining success through everyday steps. 1. A subtle yet powerful momentum. Progress frequently arrives without fanfare. It can be a small detail, a single action or decision that unravels doubt and rearranges your future. Maybe you've sensed unstoppable forward motion on days when everything just flows. Or perhaps you've faced hours where even the slightest improvement stayed hidden, leaving you feeling deflated. Neither state is permanent. Both are normal. A lasting sense of achievement evolves from recognizing that small efforts add up, even when the results are invisible to others. 2. When validation disappears. There are moments when no one applauds. You toil away with no external sign you're doing anything right. Don't allow the absence of applause to convince you you've failed. Sometimes the greatest growth unfolds quietly, away from the eyes of the crowd. As long as you know you're still climbing, the summit remains within reach. Enduring when it hurts most. 1. A Stoic reminder. Marcus Aurelius famously noted, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In most cases, people don't quit because they lack skill. They quit because their determination falters. A mountain may loom large and intimidating, yet it's ultimately just a mass of smaller stones. Keep that in mind. What appears enormous is really a cluster of manageable parts, and each step forward chips away at the seemingly insurmountable. 2. Rising to the task. Continuing the climb can feel isolating, yet if you've spent years working on something no one seemed to care about, or invested in an idea that didn't pan out, remind yourself, these dead ends are part of the journey, not the end of it. Having to rebuild your confidence time and again strengthens you, though it seldom feels like it in the moment. Ultimately, your unwavering determination to keep going is the defining element that distinguishes eventual victories from unfinished dreams. Remembering the why behind your struggle. Whenever fatigue sets in or discouragement creeps up, step back and recall the original spark that set you on this road. If you started over, what crucial advice would you want someone to whisper in your ear? Likely it would be something simple. Just keep trying. A day will come when everything seems to click and you'll be grateful that you continued when most would have turned around. Think of it this way. Any time you are still standing after a crisis, no matter how large or small, you have already succeeded at not giving in. Every day you rise and face your challenges is another invitation to keep constructing the life you desire, brick by brick. Lighting a beacon of hope. There are phases in life when the future looks foggy and your patience seems about to crumble. In those moments, rise above the voice that pushes you to shrink back. Leverage your setbacks as a platform to stand on. Allow them to lift you higher. As long as the clock keeps ticking, there is time to redirect your course and renew your faith in tomorrow. Sometimes we carry rules and obligations on our shoulders, not realizing we invented half of them ourselves. Remind yourself that you decide which goals matter and which limitations are self-imposed. Each morning, check in with your purpose. Are you drifting through the day or intentionally taking steps toward an outcome that lights you up? Releasing old habits to embrace your true path. 1. Quit living on autopilot. Many of us follow routines so ingrained that we never question them. Maybe you've gone to a job hoping for a small catastrophe, like a flat tire, just to skip a day that feels monotonous. Such a mindset might offer short-term comfort, but robs you of a far more thrilling possibility. living a life of your own design. 2. Asking the big why. Challenge your defaults. Why accept a certain schedule, income, or relationship if you long for something different? Let your curiosities point you to the corners of your life worth changing. Often, the core breakthroughs happen after a simple but profound question. Why have I chosen this? Shining a light on complacency can inspire you to step into something better. Pushing past the comfort zone. Growth and comfort rarely coexist. The climb is rewarding precisely because it demands more than the status quo. Daring to dream larger than your history or present circumstances can be unnerving. Yet that turbulence is also what shapes new strengths. 1. Honor the struggle. Embracing the uphill journey isn't a punishment. It's where you redefine your boundaries. If the difficulties vanished, so would the lessons that reveal your capabilities. Stepping out of the norm may feel like a leap into the unknown, but eventually it becomes your new foundation. 2. Refine through mistakes. The best instructions you'll ever receive come from trial and error. It's not falling short that defines you. It's learning the art of standing back up. Repeated missteps may feel like a curse in the moment, but they're quietly preparing you for breakthroughs ahead. When the odds feel overwhelming, sometimes you put your heart on the line, and in return, the world only gives you obstacles and setbacks. It can be disheartening to see no clear results for the emotional energy you pour into your goals. But remember that progress is not always linear. Momentum can build like a wave, giving you only small ripples at first, until suddenly everything surges forward at once. Keep believing in yourself. Even if no one else sees your vision, it's important that you do. The long game is often won by those willing to endure early doubt and temporary disappointment. Stand by your inner compass. Authority over your own path is priceless. You get to choose a new challenge even if the world doesn't applaud, because ultimately, your satisfaction, your sense of purpose, carries the heaviest weight. Arriving at tomorrow's gift. Eventually, you'll look up and notice that today's uphill battle has created a sturdier, wiser version of you. Celebrate each milestone, no matter how subtle it feels. Then, raise the bar. The act of settling is far more exhausting in the long run than continuously reaching a bit higher. Simplicity versus ease. Becoming who you aspire to be might sound simple, but it doesn't happen without effort and diligence. Moving your feet is straightforward. Climbing a steep path with them is demanding. Your vision remains simple. Aim for something better than yesterday. But the road seldom feels easy. That's what makes the journey meaningful. Gentle reflections before you rest. 1. Tomorrow is a clean start. If there is still time ahead, there is always hope. As you drift off tonight, let new possibilities fill your mind. Ask yourself if you're living by habit or intention. Even a small pivot in perspective can brighten your path. 2. You've conquered tough times before. Every challenge you've overcome proves you are resilient. When doubts arise, remember the countless moments you stood strong, even when it felt like the world was ending. Let that remind you of your capacity to triumph again. 3. Never underestimate the power of holding on. In the end, sometimes the greatest successes trace back to the second you decided not to quit. When you feel tired of taking steps, take one more. It's often in that extra stride that the breakthrough occurs. A final promise to yourself. When your eyes open in the morning, set an intention. Decide that as long as you can take another step, you will take it. Over time, each small act of perseverance weaves together a story that defines who you are. Where others see only obstacles, you'll recognize stepping stones. Where some choose to surrender, you'll choose to adjust, adapt, and carry on. May this evening's rest remind you that dawn brings renewed energy. Everything you need is within your reach. Just one more effort, one more hopeful hour, one more refusal to give up. You are stronger than you think, braver than you feel, and more capable than you realize. With every beat of your heart, remember, the best answers in life appear to those who never stop searching. Sleep well with the quiet knowledge that your strength lies in staying true to your vision, even when the world looks dark. This moment of calm is a soft reset, allowing you to refuel and rise again, ready to meet each new day with greater determination than the last. May you find rest tonight and wake with faith in the remarkable heights still waiting for you. Drop a 100 in the comments if you're ready to level up your mindset, and hit that subscribe button for weekly insights to help you grow.